Let's see where we end up. Hope you enjoy. So, Peppa's Bedtime Treasury. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lovely stories. We'll see if we can do it in parts so we can make a playlist and recharge our batteries as well. So it's nice and easy to maneuver on my part as well, also for our channel. So I can make a playlist and you can just go along there. So it's not that boring for you as well, guys. Okay? So let me just check if my volume's nice and loud, nice and clear. Okay. So just checked. Seems all right. We'll see if we can do maybe three stories in one live. We'll see. So the first one is A Trip to the Moon. It is a lovely sunny day, and George and his friend Edmund are playing with their space toys in the garden. Oh dear! Edmund's space toy has landed on Peppa's head. She is not happy. Are you going to the moon, boys? Asks Daddy Pig. It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy, says Peppa. It's not real. Space is real, Peppa, replies Daddy Pig. Mummy Pig tells the children about a show at the museum. It is all about the moon. Hee hee. That sounds fun. Shall we go and see it? Asks Daddy Pig. George and Edmund laugh. They want to see the show. At the museum, they all buy tickets. Are we really going to the moon? Peppa asks. No, Peppa. It's just pretend, Miss Rabbit tells her. Mr. Rabbit is the tour guide. This way for our trip to the moon, he calls, leading them inside. Prepare for takeoff. We live on a planet. Does anyone know what it's called? Mr. Rabbit asks as the rocket departs. Earth, Daddy Pig guesses. That's right, Mr. Rabbit smiles. And what is the moon made of? Mr. Rabbit asks next. The moon is made of cheese, of course, Daddy Pig jokes. But Mr. Rabbit doesn't find it very, very funny. No, the moon is made of rock. This is a serious tour, so no jokes, please. It is pretend, though, isn't it? Peppa asks. Yes, Peppa. If it was the real moon, you could jump over my head, Mr. Rabbit tells her. Gravity is what keeps us on the ground, and it is weaker on the moon, so you can jump higher, Mr. Rabbit says. Some big rubber bands drop down, and Mr. Rabbit straps everyone in. Peppa and the others feel like they're jumping on the moon. It is so much fun. Miss Rabbit tells them to say, Moon cheese, as she takes a picture. It is the end of the tour, so Miss Rabbit takes everyone to the moon shop. How about some real moon cheese, says Miss Rabbit. How much is it? Asks Daddy Pig. 5 pounds, please, says Miss Rabbit. 5 pounds? Snorts Daddy Pig. It's all for a good cause, says Miss Rabbit. I like the moon now because it's very interesting, says Peppa. holding a picture of everybody bouncing on the moon. And very tasty, laughs Daddy Pig, eating his yummy moon cheese. The end. So that's book one. How long did that take us? So we can roughly check our battery as well. So that was roughly 5 minutes. And we still have battery. Okay. Let's proceed to book number two. Or story number two. The Fancy Dress Party. Peppa and George are having a fancy dress party. All their friends are invited. Peppa is dressed as a fairy princess, and George is a dinosaur. All the guests are arriving. Rebecca Rabbit is dressed as a carrot, and Susie Sheep has come as a nurse. Hello, Susie, says Daddy Pig. Have you just come from the hospital? I'm not a real nurse, says Susie Sheep. It's just pretend. Hello, Susie, says Peppa. I'm Princess Peppa. You must bow when you speak to me. Susie Sheep bows. Woof, woof, I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers, says Danny Dog. Nay, I'm a clown, says Pedro, tooting his horn. Rebecca, why are you dressed as a carrot? Danny asks. Because I like carrots, says Rebecca. George does his best dinosaur roar and scares everybody. Roar! Peppa is playing by herself. She pretends the mirror is magic. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? You are, Peppa, she giggles. It's time to judge the fancy dress competition. As it's Peppa's party, says Daddy Pig, she can be the judge and decide who has the best costume. The guests show off their outfits. I'm a pirate. Shiver me timbers, says Danny Dog. I'm a nurse who makes people better, says Susie Sheep. Candy Cat waves her wand at Peppa. I'm a witch, and I can turn you into a frog, she says. Well, I'm a fairy princess, and I can turn you into a frog, cries Peppa. It is time to announce the winner. Everyone's costume is very good, says Peppa. But the winner is me. Peppa, you can't pick yourself. You're the judge, whispers Mummy Pig. Oh, can't I? Asks Peppa. You have to pick another winner, Mummy Pig says quietly. Okay, the carrot wins, says Peppa. Hooray! Rebecca Rabbit has won the fancy dress competition. Thank you, Rebecca says. Peppa loves fancy dress parties. Everyone loves fancy dress parties. The end. Okay, let's just check our batteries. See if we can maybe do one more. Yeah, why not? We got time for one more, so at least we can have maybe 3, and maybe the last one we can have 4 stories. So this one is called Horsey Twinkle Toes. Peppa and George are playing in their bedroom. Dinosaur! Grrr, says George. Just then, the door rings. Ding dong. It's Mr. Zebra, the postman, with a parcel. It's probably that box of reinforced concrete I ordered, says Daddy Pig. But it's not Daddy Pig's reinforced concrete. It's a parcel for Peppa and George. Look at all those stamps, says Peppa. A parcel! How exciting, says Mummy Pig. The parcel has come from Auntie Dotty, who lives in a different country, far away. She has sent a letter too. Dear Peppa and George, here is a present for you to share. Love from your Auntie Dotty. Peppa and her family opened the parcel. The present has wheels, legs, a tail, and a handle. Whatever can it be? Asks Mummy Pig. There's one last thing in the box. A horse's head. The present is a toy horse. I shall call it Twinkle Toes, says Peppa. Horsey, says George. Twinkle Toes, says Peppa. Horsey, says George. The present is for both of you, says Daddy Pig. You will have to share it. Sharing can be fun. Peppa and George take turns. George is the youngest, so he gets to go first. George likes playing with Horsey. Horsey! Next, it's Peppa's turn. I'm Princess Peppa with my magic horse, Twinkle Toes. Peppa likes playing with Twinkle Toes. Crash! Peppa knocks over some boxes in the hallway. I think you should play outside where there's more space, says Mummy Pig. Daddy Pig thinks it's a bit steep for Peppa and George to play near the house. I'll just ride it down to the bottom of the hill, he says. Be careful, Daddy, shouts Peppa. Daddy Pig goes too fast and lands in the duck pond. Silly Daddy, says Peppa. Did you know you have a duck on your head? Snort, snort, hee hee hee. Peppa pushes George round and round the duck pond. Horsey, says George. Twinkle Toe, says Peppa. I know, says Peppa, because the present's for both of us. Let's call it Horsey Twinkle Toes. What a good idea, say Mummy and Daddy Pig. The end. And I think we'll stop there, recharge our batteries, and continue later. So I hope you enjoyed that. And this book we got from Books Kids charity shop. Amazing find. So yeah, see you soon. And it's very heavy, look. Very, very big and thick. So you got lots going on here. So yeah, we'll just recharge our batteries and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care.